Hello, everyone, you beautiful people. How are you doing? How is everyone? Oh, we have 2 digits on visitors right now. There are 11 people in the room. That's really cool. Hey, Eve. Hey, Dirk. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. This is currently the moment where I'm still not sure if everything is working all right, because I'm fiddling around all the time testing things. But yeah, it seems like everyone can hear me. So yeah, procrastinating, that's always good. Hey, Borby. Definitely not a good thing to have coffee at 8 p.m. But today was just I'm Lord of the Rings tonight. Lord of the Rings, absolutely Lord of the Rings. Just too much. Actually, I think I just have to count it. I recorded like 4 videos today, not all for Cubase or for YouTube. I mean, actually, it's funny that I mentioned Cubase because the one I did today was in Studio One. And but no, actually, I just finished like three videos for a little mini course I'm currently doing for you guys. So just I figured that my big mammoth course about building your personal brand and all this stuff will take probably a little bit longer, because I'm currently at around like 70 lessons, 70 lectures, however you want to call it. So that takes a little bit of time to finish. And yes, so I decided to do like a little bit of a, let's say, a summary thing of that. So I recorded 3 videos today on this one. Oh, hey, BX Dash, King Idiot here, just stopping by. Ashif, how are you? Man, it's been a while that we met. Actually, I know this guy personally because we were sitting next to each other at the famous 2 Steps from Hell concert in the Disney Hall in Los Angeles. Yes, I remember that night too well. I miss you, man. Hope you're well. Hey, Friends Cook, thanks. If you don't have much time, it doesn't matter. As long as you jumped in here, that means a lot, definitely. Yes, quite some people following, just checking. Lots of new faces here. That's really, really awesome to see. So, what are we doing today? So the first thing I should do before I forget that is actually pull up the giveaway page, because Orchestral Tools was so kind to provide us with a copy of not just one of their new sound pack, creative sound pack. What am I doing here? It must be the coffee. But all 3 of them. So you could win all 3 of them, but not one person winning all 3 of them. But we decided to, split it up to have 3 lucky winners with 1 package each. Okay, so let me just share the giveaway page. And I also changed the rules a little bit. Here we go. We made some samples with Thomas. That's probably going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait for the result. So what I wanted to say, I changed the rules also a little bit. There is you get more points for watching my channel. I think you get like 20 points every 10 minutes, because it was like a little bit unfair for people jumping in. So I just wanted to give them a chance. If they just watch 10 minutes, they get 20 points, pepper bucks, actually 20 pepper bucks. And what I also did is lowered the price for each ticket. I think it should be like, what does the page say? Let me just click my own page here, the giveaway page. So it's like 10, still 10 tickets. I changed this to 5. Stupid stream elements. No, I didn't say this, but okay. So we have 12 tickets purchased already. 2 entrants, And I just put the little list, just where do I have to point? Right here. So you can see that here. Because actually I realized when I switched to my screen to Studio One, there is so much going on. If we just switch quickly, there is so much going on right here. There was this overlay where not that much happens in Cubase. Well, actually there's happening a lot in Cubase on this side of the screen, but it's annoying. It's annoying to use. I never used that. So, oh man, Ashif, don't tell us too much. Not that you're just, giving away too much. So fortunately, it's just a live stream. So, but be careful, it will be recorded. So, so I'm not even sure if we are able. Let's just switch screens here for a second. Let's just enjoy. It's actually like the same GUI in a sense, like Studio One 4. But this is Studio One 5. It has been. It has been actually a while that I worked. No, actually, it has been a while since I did orchestral stuff in Studio One, because I don't want to start off with the negative stuff of Studio One 5. But it looks very amazing. All the features are very great. I love this. I love this sequencer. I love this DAW, or however you want to call it, to death. It's really great. I use it for sound design, for rock pop and stuff. But I would really love that they fix the pre-delay problem, the negative delay problem, not pre-delay problem. So this basically means when you, if I'm right at this little negative point, so we can just swipe away this tonight. It's when you work with sample libraries like performance samples or Nucleus, for example, and you have some nice legato going on, and it needs like minus 125 milliseconds, get away, you fly. Like you need like a minus 125 milliseconds negative delay. Studio One entirely messes up even 16th notes. Even if they are quantized 16th note, it completely messes it up. This fly makes me just nervous. It's just probably was hired by, that last time that person popping up on my stream asking me if I have Gueda. That was too funny. I found out actually that this person put like a little snapshot you can do on Twitch. If you hit Alt and X while watching my stream, you will make a snapshot of the last minute happening. So it was pretty intelligent. He was asking this, and then I was completely clueless. You can watch it actually on my live stream as a little, snippet. What is it exactly called? Like a snippet or like a clip, exactly. So, let's just, to get this over, let me just quickly come up with this for a tiny second and load a contact instance here and just load some, whatever, that we are sticking with the same company. Let me just load some spiccato samples here. So you're just simply doing So I'm just coming up with something. Also, I'm not really sure why there's so much latency going on. So let me just copy this and make it 16th notes. So if you listen to this sound, it doesn't sound really good. I don't want to, So you listen to this 16th notes, right? So if I set this track to minus, let's say 150 milliseconds, and you listen to this, now it works. No. And they all quantized. This is I'm sorry, Presonus, I really love you. Seriously, I really, really love your company. I really love Studio One, but this is ridiculous. I think it can't be too difficult. I'm not a coder, so I don't know any about this. You know, I know a little bit about beta testing and how companies put in features, and that if people say, can't you just put in this little feature, it's not much work. You need money for the people to pay. Actually, if it's like 1 or 2 days to implement a little feature, it needs money. And if there are like 10 people working on this, you have to say it's like, you know, bringing up the money to take care of 10 people for 2 or 3 days. And now imagine it needs like a week or 2 weeks to implement a little feature. But I'm no expert, but I would say with my amateurish brain, it can't be too difficult to just hit like the space bar, and then the entire software waits for like 150 milliseconds until it starts. And apart from that, this is the only thing that bugging me. This is the only thing that actually preventing me from using Studio One for orchestral stuff. This feature, and also another one which is called like hiding tracks with data. You can of course hide tracks in here, but you can't say just hide all tracks automatically with no MIDI events or audio events on it. And if it's like, you know, 200, 300 tracks you have in your template, it can get pretty messy. I know that I'm a Cubase user since the first second. Oh, the fly. So if I just if I smash something tonight, don't be surprised, you know. Okay, so let's get serious for a second here. I just needed, I felt like putting this out because it kind of hurts me. I would so love to go back to Studio One because it's so awesome to work with, especially for all the stuff. Okay, I have my head in my little picture, but you can see what is going on. Let me just show you quickly one feature why I really love Studio One. So you can see that I have my contact instance here. So I could simply drag that over here and it opens an instance. So we can load like Mosaic Base. What I can do now, and I actually did this, you can go over here and say store preset. And then you give it a name. I already did this. And what happens that you have, let me delete this. What you see now here on the side is that it says I use HY for my little abbreviation for Heaviosity, Mosaic Base. And if I drag this feature, this little patch over, it loads Contact with Mosaic Base loaded. This is absolutely awesome. So you basically, and if you just hit right click on Contact and save it as favorite, you got your favorites up here. So you never imagine you have like a long list of orchestral stuff. I think you could even come up with doing folders or something, but I'm not really sure. But imagine you have like a long list of orchestral instruments you want to work with, and you just drag over whatever you need. This is just too beautiful to work with. But you can actually do the same in a sense in Cubase, but you always have to go over and open these VST instrument folders every time you start working with Cubase. This is annoying. Yeah, the fly comes in the box with Studio One. Hey, David, nice to see you here. Congrats again. Great to see you here. Nadia, good evening. Arnold, how are you? How much does it cost? I think it's something like 350, but if you have Studio One 4, I think it's 140, 130 something. DJ Adam, I just wanted to say hi to everyone. Oh, Demon, I totally missed you. I mean, I didn't I didn't miss you. I missed your chat message. So yes. So let's get a little bit into let's get rid of this for a second. Let's load the sign player and let's actually get into these beautiful packs here. So I recently did a video on my YouTube channel about Arbos, which is just natural forest percussion. I'm actually not really sure if we can go through all of these, but as I said before, Orchestral Tools was so kind and providing us with a copy of each of these, and we will give that away just in case you just stumbled in. Oh, thanks, Demon. Thank you so much. Hey, just Jiro, when will the new How to Write Trailers episode drop? Yes. I just have to, free up more time. So what I'm currently doing is I'm finishing my little course so that I have more time to work on, let's say, the big course I'm currently doing about building your personal brand and all this stuff, building passive income. And I will definitely free up another day. So we have one day by, having the focus on new libraries and then just music writing. So I will definitely be back into this. You managed, Auricarizer, you managed to install it at 2 a.m., but you couldn't get into it. Yeah, same here. I'm just opened it. It works fine. It looks fine, looks great. And I decided to, do my little YouTube tutorial with, what am I doing here? I can just grab it like this. Oh, this is also the beautiful thing of Sign Player. You can just, just squeeze it around. And so let's get into these libraries. I just want to feature maybe not all of these because we have natural forest percussion here. We have studio voice textures. Babel or Babel is the Babel. It's called probably Babel. This library, and then we have Amber, which is all about down-tuned string quartet sounds, patches. So let's get into, maybe you have a preference. What do you want to see first? Just let me know what you want to see first, and I will make your wishes come true. I will probably not go through all of these, but yeah, I knew that this would happen. DJ Adam, yeah, JXL, yes. So what do we have here? Amber, down-tuned. Make it gent, definitely soon again. So let's just. Okay, so we have like Amber and down-tuned, so which is basically the same. So let's just open this. So, that is a really cool thing to just quickly check out sounds that you can grab an entire folder here and upload it. Please be aware that if you quickly drag around articulations and delete them and quickly load them in again, it could happen that something crashes. This is something that can. It's happened before. I'm not saying that this is the to blame the Sign Player. It's just me being too fast and having too much coffee. Actually, it's just my second cup today. But okay, so let's check this out. So we have sustain sultasto morph. Then we have sustain random swells. We have pizzicato stutter, and we have swells short. It says morph, so I'm just not really sure if there is something going on where I can morph. So let me just, to be honest, I'm not the morph guy, to be honest, so maybe I can, how I can switch this. This is embarrassing because I should know this. I can just set some, let me just go to the mixer for a second or to options. So what is the morph command? Advanced settings? No. I just probably have to do it like this. There's something happening. I'm actually not really sure if it morphs something, if there's something happening, or it's just the patch name named like this. So let's, just go to the next patch. Sustained random swells. So if it's down-tuned, we should probably... It's pretty dark sounding, depressing sounding. And actually, I finished watching season 3 of Dark yesterday. Fantastic. Fantastic. If you didn't watch it, make sure to watch it. Make sure to have something like a notepad next to it that you write who is who and what is how and stuff like this. It's pretty pizzicato stutter. Demon, can you do multiple key switches at a time with a new key switch lane? To be honest, I didn't. Oh, let's just try to find out. So we got that key switch lane down here. Let me just see. I'm not really sure. Oh my god. So there is like pitch. Okay, so we could probably come up with something like C1, C sharp. Oh, okay. So this is cool because it probably just clear. Okay, I can just clear everything. I never used this to be. So let's do it like this. So we should have these 4 key switches set up here. So, yes. This is why I name my live streams and my videos exploring and not tutorial or walkthrough. So so let's just find out if we just use some of these key switches here. So I need to set up something, but I don't know what. Key switch 1, just name it. Oh, thank you, Windows. So I think I have to do something. Okay, you say right-click something. I'm not even sure how to control this, to be honest. I didn't even care about looking into this, so I don't even know how any of this works. I just see key switches right here, and what I see is that I recorded. Okay. I think I also... Oh, now I see something happening. Oh, okay. Yes. So you have to record them up here, but the thing is... Okay, so there is a mistake I'm doing. I should name this C... Oh, okay. Right now we're talking. This is C-1. So maybe I'm clearing this again and just go with... I can probably just type it, but just to be sure. There should be also another way doing this, but yes. Okay, now we got it. Now we're talking. So yeah, very great example. So we just delete these, but this is really cool. I may get used to key switches. So glad you asked that we just yeah, thanks. Kneckebrot, hi. I had the wrong octave. So now you can see that I have these key switches here. And if I just... Let's make this a little bit smaller, and I'm just recording some... So we got these things here, and now I can say, okay, so I'm using this key switch here, this one here, this one here. So, and you see now what key switch is what. I can change it to key switch 2. Okay, this is pretty cool. You know what I don't like about key switches is when you start, assuming you have like 1 minute of staccato notes, whatever, the next minute is sustain notes. You start, staccato notes is not really like a problem, but you're listening to the staccato notes and then you jump over to like 2 minutes, whatever, to the sustain layer. And then you just run your instrument and you can't hear anything. And if it would be like tremolo strings or sustain, it would always use the key switch from the previous. I'm totally aware that you could catch the MIDI event and the MIDI controller, but if you do that, it also catches something up from the beginning of the phrase. So when you have a loop going inside a track and you just play it from bar, whatever, 6 or 3.5, something, then you hear that loop from bar 1. So it always messes up your entire, it always messes up your arrangement. So I'm just reading right now. You can create an extra channel for each instrument in one contact easily, so you can control. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You're just having this conversation about delay. Yes, you can set this up. Did I miss something else? Okay. Yes. Yeah, sorry, but I have to say it. I don't like key switches at all because I'm the layering guy, and this is why I also love. Let's get rid of this. Let's just clear that. Because I'm more of the layering guy. It makes sense when you write for real orchestra, when you want to have the exact arrangement like it should be. But I just love to go in here and saying, let's just do it once more for DJ Adam, because when you just have the trombones, for example, and I did this many times, but I can load trombone sustain, I can load the marcato longs, and I can load the staccatissimo notes, and I route them all to MIDI channel 1. I can do something like this. This is why I love the Sign Player, and it's just too awesome to work in that way. You can't do this with key switches. You always switch around between sustains, switch around between marcatos and staccatos. I absolutely don't care if something, if there are like 36 trombones, I absolutely don't care. No customer never ever, no client never ever said, Alex, your track is great, but we can't use it. Used 36 trombones. This is a no-go, And then Hans Zimmer comes along and using these without any regret, it's like if he wants the sound of 36 trombones or 100 strings or 200 drummers or whatever, he's just doing it. And I feel like the same. I don't want to limit myself, so. Yeah, BX key switches are only really good for live playing if you don't build layers with different CC controls for volume. And yes, especially as I said, if you want to record for real orchestra, if you want to create a mock-up and then you want to directly convert it to, I know like from Cubase that you have these expression maps that you can simply have key switches, and in the score you see they change actually the articulations from sustain to staccato or tremolo. So you can, it totally makes sense to have like the descriptions, the articulation descriptions in the score sheet to be available as key switches. This is a good thing, but if I arrange for real orchestra, I hand it to my orchestrator. I just export the MIDI and give it to him and say, do your thing. You're better than me. Just do it. I'm just saving that time to create more music or more videos. So set them all to the same key switch. Well, this is why would I set them all to the same key switch? I mean, so that you're changing. Okay, so now I'm seeing what you're trying to do. I mean, if you sustain, staccato, and you just put them to the same key switch, they are both on C1. So this is, and now let's load Marcado long. I think you have to. The thing is, Sine puts the key switches. Well, let me just. It was something like this. I'm not really sure right now if it's possible, but you can't switch the key switches. And I think it's not possible that you define the key switches for each of these instruments. But the thing is, to be honest, I would just work with this that you have individual tracks going and then you just copy over. So therefore, you never mess up your entire arrangement. If you, for example, have pizzicato strings going on, sustain, tremolo, whatever, when you play back a track, it always plays back the correct notes on the appropriate channel. So let me just close this and let's try to come up with a less depressive. So we just had the Amber String Quartet. So this was basically all of these patches, and now we have individual instruments here. So let me just entirely load the first violins here. So we get sustain legato. Oops. Oh, sorry. So the violin is tuned down to D. This sounds... sounds kind of beautiful. It's, I don't think there's something special going on when people say like tune down instruments to 432 hertz. It's like, wow, yeah, it sounds 8 hertz lower. I mean, tune it down to 429. It sounds even more dark. It sounds even more mysterious. Tune it down to 421. It's even more interesting. So tune it down to like D and... I hope the signal is loud enough. So, let's check out the sustains. I love all that dirt in there. I mean, it's not dirt, it's like, soul, it's life. And there you got this repeating bows. You got all these inconsistencies. So if you just layer this with sustain or ensemble patches, I mean, can sound pretty mysterious, pretty cool. It adds a specific character to this. Yeah, in Germany, we have this expression of Schmutzkind. So it's like a dirt kid, like a kid which always, having this healthy attitude of always playing outside in the dirt. So I'm definitely a dirt child. Sustains random swells. I just love it that it sounds dry. Let's go back to the sustains legato from the first violin. Let's just, come up with what I did in my video today. Let me just load a contact library on a contact instance on top and say combine. And then open the contact instance and let's just load Berlin strings, violins 1 legato. Okay, so we got that. Hope you can see that on screen right now. Let's just get rid of the... And then we try to set... You can already hear it. Let's just turn this... So, I mean, yes, you could do it all inside Contact, but of course you can't layer. Of course, you could do like, in Cubase, whatever, Logic, you could load like separate tracks and just copy over the part and do it. But it's just nice and clean because you just have, let me just delete that instance again. But it sounds pretty cool. So does it go back to, okay. I just messed it up. I have to deinstall Windows. Let me just load a new instance because I don't know how to get out of this. Oh, replace. Oh, cool. I did it. So no, let's. So we have to be fair. Keinsklang, hi. What was the extra layer you opened? It was Berlin strings. Or what are you talking about? So the other library I've used is Berlin strings. Actually, the first violin. I hope that's what you were asking. So let's load. What do we do? Like sustained random swells. I think BX- let me just check performance. No, I think this time there is no vibrato going on, but I think the focus on this one is more sound design. It's like the downtuned violin, so. I think they're just going for the color that you have. One short moment, yes, of course. Let me just give you the link again. Yeah, so you have to go there and then you can connect. I think you have to connect. I didn't try because I'm already registered with Stream Elements. So I think you have to connect your Twitch account with Stream Elements and then you are ready to gain or to gather these tickets. Or the Pfeffer bucks, to be precise. So let's check out Sustain's random sul ponti. I really like that. So I feel this is so useful, especially when you, for example, best example is like Dark, the series. The music is so special, somewhat special. The vocal arrangements of that deep, there is like one track with like fifth low voice, like bah, bah, really low. I can't do that, but and it's always mixed. it seems like they used all kinds of, these time micro and macros, all of these orchestral tools libraries to create these colors. I mean, obviously they probably used live players, but let's note the tremolo. So it all happens randomly. Pfeffer rich. I love stuff like this, especially when you just layer this on top of a sustain patch, like a E minor chord or whatever, and you put it softly below, beneath or upon, or what the correct grammar is, on a sustained string patch. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Tekla. If you're German, you know exactly what it means. This is Tekla. Leisurely morph. Oh. Yeah, I think all of these, if you listen to Stravinsky, Mussorgsky, or whatever, all of these old masters, you have this stuff all the time. So it's definitely out there for hundreds of years. But yes, it's probably pretty cool to be in the studio and have that environment to downtune strings and come up with stuff like this. Portato. I was confusing it with portamento, I'm sorry. Let's just load a layer of, to make it a little bit more nicer. Studio Rooms Professional. This is also what I love. You just grab that plugin and just kick it on the, on the track up here, and you got. Decrescendo. So let me know if when I want to, if you want me to turn off the reverb, but I think it's a little bit nice to have. Crescendo. This is so cool. Imagine like a distortion on it and have it stuttered up on a trailer track. This is what I obviously want to go first. Put distortion on it, put like a chopper on it, like 16th note, and then can come up with some very cool stuff. Swells long. Swells expressive. It sounds kind of haunting. You know, it's probably subconsciously we know, even if someone is not a music expert, that you know, like high strings just go down to the low F. I'm just kidding. I know it that it goes to the G. So and that you can now play to the D, and that there is something going on maybe that creates a little bit of, which is unsettling or something. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. I don't play major keys. I just play major when someone subscribes to my channel. Yeah, I think let's just turn off the reverb for a second. Let's not. So just bypass it. If you want, we can turn it on again. Swells tremolo morph. So I think like morph is not. It just means probably that it morphs over, so it doesn't have to do anything with the morph mode. But just to come up quickly, explaining what the morph is, I just have to get into this and just show it to you guys, because I once stumbled upon it, but it's a little bit like sidechaining. You do it once and then suddenly you forget about it if you just do it like 6 months later because you don't use it that much. What morphing does is actually that you can switch any articulation from, let's say, sustain samples to tremolo samples, and you can morph it with, like, if you just use like CC14 or like any controller up here, you can just simply morph it between sustain and tremolo. And this is pretty awesome. So you can come up with some fantastic new stuff, or even imagine like morphing in between all of these patches here. Okay, swelled short. Staccato. Pizzicato. Pizzicato hammer-on pull-off. I never heard this, to be honest. It's more of a technique you would use on guitar, so but pizzicato slides. And noises. This is always good to have these, especially if you have like room noise going on and you're creating an orchestral arrangement and just get like a recording of room noise, just like players sitting in the hall doing nothing, and you just hear all the breathing, and once in a while you hear like a chair moving or something. This adds a lot of atmosphere. So we got like all of the first violins. Let's just continue. I don't want to actually go through all of these patches. So let me just check a few of these essentials we could go to. Let's just pick the viola first, because I think like the second violin is kind of like the same like the first one, but just, the second violin. So I know I'm kind of nasty right now, but I would rather be interested in how the viola sounds. It sounds pretty nice, pretty haunting. So I just want to maybe hit the swells for a second here. Swells expressive. I will probably do a YouTube video of each of these packages by going through all of the patches one by one, as I already did with Arbos. So if you check my YouTube channel, you can, in all silence or in your quiet place, you can just listen to all of the patches. So I will definitely come up with 2 more videos for Babel and Amber. I'm curious about the cello, and then let's head over a little bit into, pads, plugs. Yeah, we definitely have to go there. Let me just quickly check the cello here for a second. Oh, this is drop tuned. I didn't even know that you can tune. Well, I mean, my cello is tuned down all the way anyway, when it stands somewhere at the corner. But let's say I wasn't aware that it sounds so good when it's down-tuned. I thought someone would happen with a string action and everything and not really working. Swells. Expressive. Why did let me just load the entire. Definitely love that. This was one funny moment. I had my cello next to the fridge in the kitchen because I didn't know where to put it. Please don't tell Tina Gu. So it was just standing in the corner next to the fridge. And I had something like a jacket. I'm not really sure, like a jacket you wear at home. And there was like a little, how do you say, like a little piece of cloth hanging low, and then hanging down to the side, and then I just hit the cello and it just did like just when I passed it with my cloth, and it totally sounded like the Game of Thrones, the Night King. Hey Zach, thank you so much for following. Thank you. I was a little bit scared when that happened, So just some not that funny story, but it is probably a little bit more situation comedy sitcom. So let's check out these pads. Cold Bow. Let me just actually load all of these at once. I can't. Okay. Quickly checking. Okay. So Ashif, thanks for being here. Thank you so much. Let's talk soon. Have a great night. Okay, so I can move the mod wheel here. Very cool. Just want to, can I just do it like this and then? Did I just layer these? I'm not really sure what is going on if I just play. I probably load them separately. Hey Ethan, yeah, this is Amber. This is definitely filtered. So next one. Veiled Swell. These are really some interesting sounds, definitely. Let's just go through a few of these nebulous traces. Stuart, hi. Yeah, the gas. It's like we're all playing Warzone, but not trying to get inside, but just getting to the outside, out of the ring. Yeah, gas is really terrible. Space dust. Yeah, that's awesome stuff here. There's so much stuff in here. We are live for now 1 hour, so we just have just a few patches of that library. So just let's go through a few of these plugs here. Willy Vallo, thanks for following. Thank you so much. Attic tone. There's like a clip at the beginning. Of course, it's on purpose, but can come up with some pretty cool phrases here. Let's check another one. Ripping plug. Can't believe my eyes. We have 34 people in the room. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This is absolutely cool. I think this is like the highest amount ever being in my room at the same time. So I really appreciate. Let's check retro. Let's check dusty tape keys. Another thing, yeah, right. So since you mentioned, I just was reading the discount word. There is Orchestral Tools extended the discount from the 7th, which was yesterday, to the 14th of July. So they are just on discount. Just wanted to mention this. Because during the time I did the video, it was till the 7th, and then Susie of Orchestral Tools hit me up and saying it has been extended for a full week. So just wanted to let you know that. Okay, so I think let's check out some drones and then head over maybe to another library. Resonant Evil, that's a good title. I already love it. I loved it before I hit the key, actually. Yeah, I'm working on it, DJ Adam. I'm working on it, that there will be 100 people in here. I will definitely get to that point. I mean, if I'm just seeing how fast or how much this, or how well this community built from like the beginning of January, which was actually the first time I went online, it's amazing. I mean, it's just 6 months here and already at over 30 people at the same time. So if you just break this down, you get like the stats. This is the cool thing about Twitch. You get the stats sent to you after every stream. You can see that it's on average like 30 people. It means that in general, round about 150 people jumped into the room and just checked out. Even if some just stayed for like 5 or 10 minutes, that's actually a cool thing to know that it's actually so many people. What do you say? Let's go over to, let's check out, I think I want to check out Babel, because to be honest, I didn't really check it out. I just had my fun so far with Arbos and right now with you guys on Amber. So let's check out the Babel studio voice textures. So let's check out the Babel ensemble. Let's load the entire thing here. This is funny. Yeah, actually, when I heard it for the first time on Time Micro, I think so, no. But it sounds so cool. I put it in my demo back then. And in relation to some really depressing sounding spheres and everything, you get to that, yeah, let's say again, that dark atmosphere, of the series Dark. Sustains, I think you could play with that patch all night. So these are, yeah, it doesn't replace probably like something like Storm Choir 2 in terms of epicness when you want to build like a full arrangement, but the sound again here is very special, very specific, very unique. I would probably look for that one track in dark where the vocal arrangement is taking place. This is almost exactly like the recordings here. So whispers. Always good when you do demon tracks for a potential video game. So I think also you have a lot of, soprano, the alto, and the bass, but you also have a full processed folder. I think let's just check let's just check the soprano patches here for a second. Yeah, playing Bach probably would be cool. I honestly have to say I couldn't do it because I am probably the world's most keyboard player out here. Yeah, we could quickly try to just layer it with let me just load the ensemble. Let's go back for a second and load the sustains and just come up with another layer of, let's combine these and load something. I just got it here, maybe from the let's just load the ultimate performance. So I think let's just use this syllable to have. And let's turn off the reverb for a second here. Also have to yeah, sounds pretty cool. So there is a lot of power in creating your own. Let me just try it. I don't know. Replace. Get rid of this. There must be another way, but this is like also like the video I did a while ago, how to create your custom sound. So if you really take the effort, if you really go that route and, create patches like this, you definitely come up with some very unique sounding orchestra. So you create your custom sound. I mean, it's not like that, even like clients and producers tell you, oh, you just used orchestral tool stuff. That doesn't work for us, or just Nucleus. It's just about to create something which sounds a little bit more unique, because again, also subconsciously, like when Omnisphere was released, there were always like 3 or 4 patches you could hear throughout entire TV shows, and it's like, oh, okay, Hollow Stones again. And if you do something like this, your mind can't really distinct what all these sounds are from. So it sounds very unique, very custom. Let's just check the processed patches here. Let's just load the pads. Let's just load a few of these drops in the dark. Oh, that's interesting. I always, think in scenes. It's like a movie or a video game scene. So when you have like this cave, obviously, because you hear some kind of water drops falling. Very cool. So let's choral bells. Let's check these. Choral! Choral! Hey Daniel, what happened to Cubase? It's still on my disk, still on my hard drive. No, we're just in Studio One today because Studio One 5 has been released and I just got it. And I thought, why not? I'm still working with both DAWs, but most people, when I release like a Cubase video, people are like, "Wow, you dumped Studio One. Why did you do that?" No, I didn't. I'm just working with this DAW right now. Then on the next time I do something with Studio One and people say, "Why did you dump Cubase?" No, I didn't. I just use both. But we are in Studio One today. I definitely love these patches. They're very, of course, special libraries. Let's check some of the drones here. Rook Drive, of course. Yes, wow. This also helps when you want to create some more organic characters to sub basses or to, even contra basses, double basses. You just. So the trick is always to layer. Of course, if you don't want to sound natural as possible, the trick is just to layer all kinds of stuff together. If it would be like a synth pad, just needs like a little bit of layering and it sounds way more organic. Textures. Let me just load ambient motion. Well, the bass is that low, you can't. Stuart, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy work. Oh, I just see the smiley. You probably don't. Well, but. Yeah, some really cool stuff in here. Definitely. What do you think? Should we go over to... Let's just check the bass for a second. I'm really curious about this one. I just slipped off. Didi. Oh, I just... what is this? Gestures? Kuro? Oh! That's really awesome. I absolutely love it. I think we head over to Natural Forest Percussion, Arbos. Oops. But before that, I probably have to quickly hit the restroom for a few seconds. So I will be back in like 30 seconds. I'm sorry, it's definitely the coffee. Yeah, I've just seen that right now. 42 or something, 42 people right now. I really appreciate. So as far as I understand, all of these have been recorded with, like wood pieces, parts of a tree. I'm not really sure if it's okay with my microphone. So what I find really amazing is that always, sometimes you don't think layering, but also substituting. So if you have like a drum groove and replace the hi-hat of a groove with something like this and have like a typical bass and snare going on, or like an, whatever electronic beat, but you just replace the hi-hat. So you get rid of this typical, electronic hi-hat sound and make it more natural. Okay, let's check a few more patches. I also don't want to get through all of these. Let's clear the list here. Let's listen to some Greenwood here. What's also cool is, I mentioned that in the video I did, or I mentioned it while I'm doing the video, that all of these things here you see, you have single hits and rolls. So if I load that entire folder, you always have single hits, and then you have flams starting to become longer. And you have the rolls layer here. You can control with a mod wheel. And it works the same for all of these, I think, like these ensemble patches here, and also for the single instruments. Just hit canopy of leaves. And then, of course, you have the rolls again on C. So again, you get all kinds of percussion instruments, but on a very, well natural basis. Let's check out, I don't want to go to all of these again here, but let's just check the brushwood. So it's indeed very great when you have, when you don't need to find, you don't need to find any specific sounds when you are about to, make music for a documentary about, nature documentary, some kind of rainwood or forest, whatever, birds or animals in the forest, or just, plants and trees and all this stuff. So you don't need to actually look for sounds. For kind of wood. Typically you would check for stuff like wood instruments, like a marimba or whatever, and or maybe a cajon or something. But in this case, you can simply use the forest itself. Let me just quickly read this. I skipped Studio One 4 and went from 3 to 5 directly. I saw that in S4 they had included a way to gain stage without using the main faders. Where's that hidden? Let me just quickly check. But when you open... Oh, where do you have this feature again? I'm not really sure. I think you have it on... No, sorry, on... You can't just activate this here. Do I see that already? Input controls. This is the... So you have some gain staging going on here. I hope you can see that because of the chat. It's the chat fault. Yeah, you just have to activate input controls. So basically everything in Studio One, this is the cool thing. If you just open, the entire setup of Studio One, it's just a general, it's locations, audio setup, external devices, and advanced. And inside that, you just have a few things going on, but it's not like a, you not have like an endless list of 500,000 things you have to take care of. That's really the beauty. So once you find it all, you feel pretty home. But of course, some stuff is like hidden in these little wrench thingies here. But it's all at its place. So you don't have to find. You go to the preferences and then find something which has to be with a, which has to do with a mixer. Okay, so I would say let's hop over to the process things because they are pretty interesting. There's actually one pad that was very... Let me just load these Woods Whispering. This is so cool because it's tonal. And you can use the mod wheel. Let's check humid atmosphere. Fragments of a bird's tail. So I think like the processed folders on all of these sound packs are really special. Just forgot the exact term. What is it called? ADSR or something? So you could get up in these creative entire videos. Just I'm playing some fragments of a bird's tail right now. Switching over to the plugs. So there is actually one thing. Let's check the root marimba. High. I was a bit surprised when I did my video, because if this is the root marimba high, and you just load the root marimba low. No! Something. Oh, I think I crashed it. It had to happen, of course. I'm not really sure if I just crashed it. Could be that you hear like a little buzzing sound when I reload Studio One. I hope that I can still hear the sound. So let me just check this. No, it crashed. So I just have to... I was changing patches too quickly. So there could be like a sound going on right now. Let me just load Studio One again. I didn't save it. So I just have to make it, I just have to set it up again. Sorry about this. It had to happen. Here we are back again. Just have to make sure. Yes, okay. So you should still hear. So this is the root marimba low. This is like pretty. Very cool sound. There is also a sound. I hope it doesn't crash again right now. It's probably this one patch. It crashed again. So maybe I have to report that. Maybe just probably that one patch here. So I'm really sorry. But this is the beauty that I sorted out the problem with my microphone. And it's also amazing how quick Studio One loads until I need to use. I'm really sorry. This is like, I don't know. So maybe we just don't close these instances again. Let me just quickly show you one sound that is pretty awesome. It's the subwood plug. I hope it's not too loud right now. It sounds a little bit distorted. Oh, you can't hear it right now. Is that possible that you don't? Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, right. I got it. I just opened... I just have to... What is going on right now? New song. I just had to use my template. You know, if it happens... It happens many times. So I probably fucked up my entire... I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we are. Oh, Jesus. Let's check out some of these textures. Let's just check out the rainforest clattering, and then I would probably have to restart. You should hear it now. Back. And also, I'm not really sure if you heard the subwood plug. Let me just load this one. It worked, okay. I'm not really sure what's going on. I should probably... Here we go. It sounds a little bit distorted, but that is on purpose. Okay, so we went through almost all of these patches from all of these libraries. I think we wait a little bit. Let me just quickly check back to the chat here. So we can see we have 20 entrants, 183 tickets purchased. So I think we just let it flow for a little bit. But I think these patches are really cool. I mean, the sounds are really special, but it can't hurt, you know, if you just... I mean, we are all probably, even if we load a lot of different articulations from the orchestra, it's probably pretty cool to have additional sounds like these and layer them on top, especially if it's about to create some kind of a custom or specific sound. It could also be, you know, just use sounds from a Jade orchestra, for example, to have like Arhu samples or I actually forgot the instrument, the Morin Kur, so that you use these samples to layer them with, you know, our, let's say, our traditional orchestra libraries. And Demon, you're unable to buy more tickets because there is a limit of 20 tickets. You can't buy more than 20 tickets. And actually, what I also forgot to say, everybody who got in the room automatically got 1 ticket for free. I just totally forgot to mention this. Oh, the limit is 10. So I probably set the limit down to 10 and didn't lower the price. Next time I definitely have to do this, but I definitely raised that you can earn more tickets every 10 minutes. So Smets, hey, what comp is this? Not really sure what you mean. What compressor? What do you mean? Something up with a page. Let me just check. Let me just refresh. It still should work. So let me just share that again. I'm not really sure if I could raise the limit right now, but you get 20 points every 10 minutes. So technically you get your first ticket for free, and then you could buy another ticket after 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, competition. Smets, we are giving away today. Matteo, thanks for following. Thank you so much. We reviewed, or we are still reviewing, the 3 creative sound packs by Orchestral Tools. And Orchestral Tools was so kind to just provide our stream today with 3 free copies. So we will have 3 lucky winners today, and each of those will win one of the creative sound packs. Hi. Okay, so we're already almost like 2 hours in. So, to be honest, I'm a little bit clueless right now what we could do, what happened this week, what is new, what was happening this week, what is going on. I'm really sure. Maybe we should come up with a little bit of let's see what's in the track submission folder here. So just in case if you don't know this, I have a Discord channel. You should also find the link down in the description on Twitch. You're very welcome to join to join my Discord server. Currently we got 85 people online, and we got offline right now. I have to scroll a bit. 476 people. So wow, we're already almost reaching like 600. Is it like 600 people already? Holy moly. And I'm also having a Patreon account, and we have, once in a while, we have some, track reviews. So we're talking about some music. So what do you think? I actually found that there is one track in here from one of my patrons. So what do you think? Let's just listen to some music. What do you think? Yarek, track reviews are the best. Thank you so much. So let's just check this track by Daniel Eriksson. You'll always be with us. So I know that it is a trailer track, or focused to be a trailer track. So let's just listen to this. Okay, so I like the track in general. I think it's very cool. I like it. It's just like something is in the mix, as if all the faders have been a little bit up too much, or some compressor is just kind of distorting something. I'm not really sure. I just have the feeling that you wanted to make it louder and more, intense, sorry, but it feels like something is distorting something. I'm not really sure if it's my old I think my headphones are still working okay, but sometimes I have the feeling that I hear some kind of a distortion. It may be just me, having headphones on all day, but I think there is something weird going on, some flanging effects, especially here. And there's this typical effect when you have like a compressor set up too high, or some kind of a tape saturation plugin, and it's up a little bit too hot. Something like this. Something is going on here. What I also think is that you have these elements repeating a little bit too often. So I think especially in this part, you don't need it here. You don't need this, and then start again with. Don't need anything else of the hook line, because right now I know a previous version of You, and it sounded a little bit different, but I think it's a little bit too much maybe in this part. And then at the very end, what I would do is. So let me just check this, because if I heard right, let me just change this to 152. But let's just cut it for a second here, that it really starts on the beginning. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I just realized what happened. I just have active that Studio One. I'm so sorry. Studio One Pitches, takes care of moving audio files to the length of to the BPM of the project. I'm so sorry. That's where this pitch effect came on. So this is. Let me just quickly say don't follow. Just. So I set the tempo to 200. Yeah, right. We got original tempo. I'm so sorry. I totally wasn't aware of this. I remember the track and I thought something is kind of off with it. There is some flanging, phasing effect coming in. This was because I installed, absolutely my fault. I installed Studio One 5 and didn't take care of this track to set it to don't follow unless I really want it. So I hope Daniel is not here. Otherwise, I would have made him jump out of the window when he just listened to the mess I just created. So when you listen to this right now, the effect is gone. So all in all, I think if you could sparse out some of the, like the choir coming, it's like doing this something. If it would be halftime or just not like happen every time, but leaving it off like should probably. Is it important that I didn't switch the screen? It doesn't matter. We hear the music anyway. So what I also would do is like the end. I would have loved to have some really hardcore ramping up towards the end. So let's just quickly... Let me just quickly come up with something. And just like a simple mixture of using, let's use some Devastator, trailer effects, Risers Ultra. Let's just load this. These are very... These are so nasty, but they are so effective because... Oh, this is the master fader. What am I doing here? So, this one. So, I just have to render it to audio. I would have wished that all of these hits... Does it work like this? Yes. Control B and you just have the audio file ready. So... I know they sound pretty mean, but then we could also jump in here and say, let's have one of the gravity, because I remember Heaviosity gravity. Let's just find gravity here. I love these things. 30-second risers, all organic hybrid. And let's make them like 8 bars. So I just have to... Where is it that I can... Oh, here. Okay, so I can make them all 8 bars long. Let's just use this one. So I have to... where do we are? Here. So this is 4/8. I would have to start... So I did it wrong. So let's just move it 1 bar here. I think it would be way better to have something like this towards the end to make it even more, to make it even bigger. And I would probably also go with some, let's just quickly, because I just got it here. Where are the rolls? Let me just check the percussion, trailer hits, organic rolls. So we get some rolls in here. I'm sorry, not. Maybe it doesn't work. Let's use some of the hybrid hits. Let's replace this one. Let's use this one. Let me just figure out how long this is. So something like half a bar. Something like this. So it's just that little stuff that makes this track really like... Yeah, the drummer at the end was definitely drunk. He was a little bit early. I came early, so that's probably better. So I think it just lacks a little bit of these, you know, nuances, like being a little bit more sparse with all that melody stuff coming in. And especially in this part. And at the very beginning, I think there is too much, you know, fancy schmancy things going on. Like, I like all these little arpeggios and all that. No, actually, I like it. But all this that it's probably too loud and it could be lower. I would probably build more in the fundament or the middle range and not too much of the high stuff. Okay, you just made this 1.5 bars. This is pretty cool because you leave it a little bit longer than 1 bar and a little bit shorter than 2 bars. So I think this is pretty cool. But what I would love to at this part would be that you really ramp it up again. There could be some more ramping up. And at this part, you either want to have this hit really loud, louder than the previous one. I would probably just make this 1 bar. And then go in here again, because I think twice having just 2 bars is a little bit too... You know, maybe it would be more unexpected to just rush in at the end. But apart from that, I really like it. And I would love to hear more French horns, to be honest. If we just, especially for, you know, DJ Adam, let's do this. Let's just load like these French horns. 12 patches, like sustain. Let's do our layer thing here. Staccatissimo, marcatos. Maybe I should just save at least once. A little bit too loud, but I don't care. And what I also think, I would love to have it more da 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 and not like wow. I'm actually... I should also raise the staccato notes here on the mixer. So I don't care how it sounds isolated. Yeah. So played wrong. What I would also do at the very end, getting away from that melody and go like, oh, so let me just. Something coming up is something like. Sorry. There's too much going on. I would get rid of the choir doing like all that fast stuff. La 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 la. You want to be heavy at this point. You want to be extremely, because it's like an epic track. You don't want to have all these light things going on and no, that's like a real fundament. And I also think the percussions in general could be way louder. But this is, yeah, probably the last thing. The last thing I would add. Yeah, maybe David. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yes, but in all, I know how your track were in the beginning when we first met, and I really enjoy how they are now. So this is like, difference like day and night. So I really enjoy this track. Well, let me just quickly switch screens here for a second. Yes, so I think we are already live 2 hours. Now time flies so fast with you guys. That's amazing. So what do you guys think? Would we get to the giveaway? And just because, to be honest, I am, pretty exhausted. As I said, I recorded 4 videos today. And I'm just sitting basically in front of that light here. So if I just turn it off for us, like, that's awesome right now. So, but yeah, I will definitely come up with another day of live streaming because it's simply too much fun. And we get into music composing again. We will definitely take care of a few game situations because this is, probably what I can do best, like come up with some trailer music, do a little bit of video game music and all these things. So let's not forget, we are just composing. Hey, Daniel, there you are. I just finished. Oh, yeah, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, you're welcome. You were just here. So I think, and if you just missed something, of course, you can always check the on my Twitch account. You can check in the video section. I think all the live streams will be up there for like two months around now, unless I'm becoming, when we have like 100 people simultaneously. I think it's just 75 people simultaneously in the chat. Then I will probably get partner status on Twitch, and my videos I think stay up to like, I don't know, like a little longer. Is it like 3 months or maybe 6 months? I don't know. So let's get to it. So just in case somebody wants to buy some tickets, let me just share the link once again. Ethan, yeah, gaming with patrons collectively rage together. Yeah, we definitely have to do that at some point. Seriously, definitely. I just have to figure out, do some tests, how to do all the distribution when we have people in on Discord and inside the game, and especially while streaming, because I'm still sometimes it's funny, with all these settings in the console, like when you do all these. Let me switch back again for a second here. You just have this matrix and you do all these overlays, and this is kind of, oh no, I changed something. No, I didn't. It's always it's always heart attack. Yeah, I will figure it out definitely with you guys. Another thing I still want to do, this is like a composer squad in Warzone, and then have like a composer squad going on in Warzone, talk about music while trying to get at the first place. Okay, so if you guys have your tickets already, I would just close. I just have to get to my. Oh, here we are. I would just close the giveaway, and then we're just getting into this. Daniel, real quick, the matrix is from my Fireface. From my Fireface, you see it's my sound card, and you can route all kinds of things internally. You can, set up virtual ADAT channels. So I'm currently using like ADAT 5 and 6, just in case if we hear some music via YouTube or something. I can just route all of these things. Sometimes it's a little bit of a mess. And sometimes it's a little bit of a mess. Sometimes things switch. So for instance, I once wanted to change, to switch the volume knob to control another channel. And I hold it a little bit too long, and suddenly the volume also controlled the panning. So this was pretty confusing. Imagine how much time I spent until I figured this out. So let's just close the giveaway right now. What do you guys think? Let's close it in 3, 2, 1, and okay. So how do we do this? Let's check. Let's just check what the order is. So let's go first with Arbos. I will just pick a winner for Arbos right now. I just probably have to write that down somewhere. Let me just quickly pull that in my to-do list. Okay. Draw a winner. So the first one for Arbos is Arnold. Congrats. You've won Arbos. It's definitely a great library. It sadly isn't Amber, but congrats anyway. I hope you like it. So let me just quickly write this down. That was Arbos. Now we draw another winner. This would be for Babel or Babel. Guess. Congratulations. You have won Babel Studio Voice Textures. Just write that down. Congrats. And we draw another winner for Amber right now. And we have Smats. Congratulations to Amber, the downtuned string quartet. Okay, so thanks again to Orchestral Tools for providing us with these free copies. I'm not really sure when the guys will be able to reply. I will probably write an email, and I think they will answer tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, so I'm still locked up too much in isolation. So it's Thursday, probably Friday. So you will get this probably if you download the Orchestral tool, the sign player, it will be accessible to you in your license folder, in your license tab here, over here. Or just have to write this down. Smats, I'm not really sure currently if you are new to the community. So just in case, if you are already around on my on my Discord server, just hit me up with a private message. and send me your email and also to the other guys, Gas and Arnold. Send me your email. Well, Arnold, I got your email anyway. Got you in my Discord list. Gas, I think I have your email address. I'm not really sure how you are, who you are, Smats. So, okay. So I think I would probably. Oh, you just joined 10 minutes ago. Well, that's cool. You just joined in, got probably one ticket for free, and you've won. Well, that's how it goes, you know? That's pretty great to hear. So, I would call it a day for tonight, and I'm back on Wednesday. I will definitely let you know once I was able to pick another day. It will most likely be Monday, but I think I mentioned this for a few times right now. So let's see what's possible. But definitely again on Wednesday. Not sure what we're doing. We will definitely do a few track reviews. And if you are part of my, Discord community, you can load the tracks. And I think I mentioned that before. Depending if you are supporting me on Patreon, you will be prioritized. I just have to do this. I think you understand. But if there's time, or none of of the beautiful Patreon family uploaded a track and you uploaded one, and you're just part of my, of the Discord server, I will of course take care of your track. We would love to see your take on the new Native Instruments Orchestral Tools library. Yes, Arcus, you're meaning. There is actually, but I think I didn't hear from them. So, I mean, I can tell this is not something which is NDA, but I wrote a demo for Arcus. But so far, I didn't. I didn't see it on the let's fuck it. Let me just play it. They just play it quickly. I just want to hear someone. So I could be that it is a mistake. It could also be, and I have to respect that Native Instruments said that they don't like the demo because I put some additional instruments in there. This happens. It is actually not the first time that this happens. So let me just quickly try to find my demo, and if you want, I can play that to you. I just have to make sure to. So let me just. Yeah, let's just quickly listen to this track. Yep. So that was the track. Probably some unexpected, middle part or ending part. I just felt like doing this. I just wanted to play a little bit more with my Strandberg, the 8-string guitar. And yeah, I mean, the library is out. I think it has been announced like a few hours ago. But thanks, David, for mentioning this actually. But this was the case, so that I wrote the demo for the library, but I couldn't see it on the website. Could have been all kinds of reasons. And if not, I mean, in the end, even if Native Instruments decided to not put it up on the page, I think they can be, just be thankful for somebody having featured it on the stream. So eventually I will have another stream or feature, talk about the demo, what I did and how I did it. The additional stuff I used. So in the beginning, I've used some tableau strings, the solo strings, I think the solo cello, and yeah, towards the middle, it was just some additional drums and my Strandberg 8-string. Okay, so I would call it a day for tonight. Thanks all for being here. Thank you so much, and take care. And see you. Latest would be like next Wednesday. Okay, thank you so much. Bye, guys.